it's like, should we go to 7, spend like $40? And it's like, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
So what is your weakness? Like things you just can't resist in life?
Well, my mind immediately goes to food and like sushi and pasta. And like I've learned, me and Victoria going out like recently on our trip, like neither of us can resist oysters. If there are oysters on the menu, we will be getting them.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. But in terms of like, I don't know, in life, like one thing that I do that's like, I just can't resist, even though it's stupid and I don't know. Well, it's not stupid, but I can't resist if I'm like driving or walking or anything and I see a really nice sunrise or sunset, like I have to take a picture. And like it never looks as good as it does through your eyes, but like I probably have like hundreds of sunset or sunrise pictures on my phone. I'm like, wow, like this is so, like I've pulled over on the side of the highway to take a picture.
Yes.
And it's like, what am I ever gonna do with this? Like it doesn't, with the phone camera, maybe like with new phones and technology it'll eventually get better, but like why do I do that? I don't know. I can't resist.
It's like when you see the moon and you're like, oh my god, and it's like a speck and you're like, but it's so big in person. You're like showing people, you're like, no, but like imagine if it was in person.
Like I don't know, it's one of those things I cannot resist doing it.
Okay, I guess for immediately sweets, pastries, desserts, I love it.
Yeah.
Like when we're at conference, there's like these full breakfast spreads, and I'm like immediately at the dessert. You know, whenever I'm traveling, it's like if there's a buffet, I'm like I'm having every piece of dessert, and then like maybe I'll have like a meat or like rice or whatever. Like I just cannot resist it.
Yeah.
And like. Yeah, that's like my go-to, my guilty pleasure, everything I live for.
Yeah. What? How many desserts do you want me to grab you? I'm like, none.
I'm like,
I'll have hash browns and like whatever.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's never gonna end. It's a forever thing. I'm committed to it. I'm gonna try every pastry. Even like restaurants, when we're talking about them before, like all I have is like pastry recommendations. Like that's all I live for. But this is a super weird one. But things I can't resist is like when you're walking through somewhere and you see something that's like soft or like squishy, I like have to touch it. You know, like, or you see those like candles that are like kind of jelly and you just have to stick your finger in it. I don't know if anyone's like that or if it's just me who does it, but
I have to, like, when I'm at Winners and I'm in like the thing with all the blankets, I'm like,
touching every single
I will
one.
like call back people and be like, hey, come touch this, feel how soft this is. Or like I'll do that too, like when I'm buying like say a sweater or something, my hands are like up the sleeves, like
making sure
is this soft enough.
Well, I remember hanging out with my one friend and then we were in like a toy store, like we're at the Forks in that toy store, and we're just like every squishy toy we're like going, just like having a moment touching everything, and we're like, oh, like check out this one. And so that's another thing, like I cannot
have you seen
resist.
the Squishmallows at Costco?
Oh, the big guys.
Me and my mom like pulled them all out. We're like, look at this one, like just squeezing them. I think that stuff's fun.
Just weird quirky things. I don't know what else I can't resist. If I like see a dog or an animal, I'm like, oh my god. Like that's something.
Doggo.
That
happy dog.
And I think just like dessert and candy. It's like
candy's
every single night.
I need to stop with the candy, but I can't.
It's like movie night and it's like, should we go to 7, spend like $40? And it's like, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
That's okay though. I think that's it. Those are all of our weaknesses.
That's all I can think of.
Yeah.